Check 1, 2. Check, check, check. Can you guys hear me? Just getting going. Hello, hello? Anybody there? Hey. Frank, you're there. I can't get the high def working, but I think we're operating. Let me get a little better positioning here so I can read. Woohoo! Oh. Hang tight, guys. I got to do a couple things really quick. Looks a little better, huh? Don't quite have the lighting. Rock and Roll Willie, what's up, man? Can you guys hear me okay? So we got a Thursday session, so we'll probably have a light crowd today, and I'm just trying to get everything set up. Let me turn off a couple of these lights here really quick. Hang on a second. There, looks a little better, huh? Seems like we have a huge delay here. Oh, there's a few guys on. Dr. Knoll, Jan Vandal, RJ Sanders, a bunch of people who didn't register, which is okay. But rock and roll, really learning about amps and having some food on our time. That's right. I've got a couple other lights that I need to plug in. We're a little shadowy today. But you get the idea. Hey, Noel, how are you, buddy? First day of Rosh Hashanah for all of our Hebrew brothers. Rosh Hashanah Shalom. Frank, did you get my email regarding my producer? I'm not sure. What was it? Was it about the hum? I remember it. Shana Tova. Sei gesund. Oh, yeah. So I'm in Tone Merchants here, so you'll hear conversation going on. It sounds like a tube issue to me, Frank, but possibly. Has it always been there, or is it just something that's cropped up recently? We'll, of course, be happy to look at it. if you'd like. Just came up. Have you tried replacing V1? If it just came up, I would imagine it's a tube. Would be my best guess. Have you had a chance to play with the tubes? Sorry about the noise here. We're in a functioning music store now, which is kind of fun. What's that? Yeah, if it's something that just started happening, I assume it's a tube. There's no issue at all. So we won't start recording till about 12:15 or so. What do you think of the new place? It looks a little better, huh? I don't have the high def.
I'll close the door. I'm going to do something.
I don't have the high def thing happening yet. I installed my software on here and the license didn't carry over, so I'm talking to the people right now. Let me just double check and make sure my new license number didn't come in, because I'm a little frustrated, because the whole point of coming over here was we could do the high def thing. And then my license doesn't work on the second installation. I don't know. No one can explain it to me. Everyone, all the tech support people say, oh, it should. Hey, guys, this is Dave Friedman you're hearing in the background. Dave, come and say hi. We're not recording. We're just talking.
Hold on.
He's working on the curtains.
I don't know what to do with this. So people can get in and out.
Is it just a little bit too wide? Is that the deal?
Yeah, it overlaps the door, so you get this.
Oh.
So.
It's not on a rod. You can't just. It's.
No.
Oh. Poop. Yeah, they haven't got back to me, their customer service. That's incredible. I got an automated response. Talked to 2 people on the phone. It's very annoying. I'm going to have to call them back again today. Frank, yes, the British side would have the same hum if it was one of the power tubes. That's right. Hey, Guitar Dom, what's going on in Chicago? Earl Williamson, hey, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I don't have all the lights hooked up or anything. I have 2 lights on right now. In high def, you got to trust me, this looks really good. In standard definition, I can go to high def, but you'll see this big watermark on the screen that says Ustream on it. So we'll be in standard definition. Yeah, Frank, it's one of your preamp tubes. If you have a good one that you know is good, just put that in V1. If it doesn't change it, put the old tube back in, go to V2. Try the new tube in there. If that doesn't change it, put it back in, put the old tube back in, and go to the phase inverter. Just like that. Yeah, if it was a ground hum, it would have been there from day one. And so I'm pretty certain it's just a tube. Come say hi, Dave.
Works good for right now.
Yeah. I'll put a sign that says broadcasting, please enter on the side. You can put it up. Hey, everybody, Dave Friedman.
Hello, everyone.
Say hello, Dave.
It'll work.
Yeah, there's like a 10-second delay here, so they don't respond right away. That's Dave Friedman getting ready for the LA Amp show. No, V1 is your first preamp tube. That's the one closest to the input jack. When you look in the back. Valve 1, to use formal, what do you call it? Nomenclature. I'm tired, fellas. I'm sorry. I was sick yesterday. So I'm a little bit slow today. Two amp gurus for the price of one. Yeah, Dave's fun. He's buried, though, getting ready for the LA Amp Show, which we're skipping this year. Kirk Spencer just bought a London. Yeah, I can put the master voltage. How you doing, Kirk? Hey, your producer's in Texas. And it arrived with some kind of hum, so we're fixing that before it gets to you. Yeah, we can do the master voltage. It's $300. It works really well on the London. I can either put it where the cut knob is, or I can put it on the back of the chassis. Hi, Rockabilly 12. So I feel kind of small in the window now. I want to put the camera like, hey fellas, how you doing? What's going on? I'll figure that out. I'll get a better stand for this camera. I'm really disappointed. Be Awesome won. You made it. That's right. Yeah, Kirk, if you just want to send it to our shop, put attention master voltage upgrade, that's really all you got to do. The address on Gage Avenue that's on the website. We can do that for you, no problemo. It works really well on the London. So we're going to talk about a few things today, one of which is I want to go back over what we talked about last week. You put mine on the back because you'll miss the cut knob. Yeah, some people really love the cut knob. Some people don't use it at all, so I give them the choice. Kind of sucks if it's on a combo, though, because you got to reach underneath it, you know. Kirk, that's a head, right? Yeah, I just put it on the back. Keep the cut knob. It's whatever you want, though. You tell me. Yeah, it works great. The London, the Marquis. If anybody out there has the old Marquis. It's, yeah, no, I know that head very well. That's a good head. Miles has had several of our amps since then. But, yeah, it works really well. It's a good one. So what do you think of the new digs, guys? Looks significantly better, huh? We got this shadow over here. This bright light here. Maybe that one's too bright. Let me adjust this for a second. Hold on. Sexy this way. Yeah, same thing. I put the knob on the back of my London head and forgot it was there. Oh. Anyway, this glare and weird redness on my face. Thanks, Kirk. I appreciate it. Goes away in high def. This place is really gorgeous. Let me give you a quick tour here really quick. As you look around, that's the entrance. Very pretty. That's the loud room over there, which we're going to have amps in eventually, hopefully very soon. There's one of my lights, big screen TV, all the guitars. Dave Friedman's bench is down that hallway there. I'm sitting over here by the front, and a little shaky there, but you got the idea. And so once we get more lights up, it's going to look a lot better, going to look a lot more like a TV studio. And then we'll get the sound hooked up in the loud room. We just have to run some big cables over there. We'll be able to sit here and play guitar. But for now, I'm behind the counter at Chitone Merchants. How's the mic sounding? I'm a little bit far away of it, away from it, so I've got it gained up. Men's Club Victorian Man Cave. This is a man cave. Definitely a man cave. It's sort of a semi-private shop in North Hollywood. It's right across from Mate's Studio in North Hollywood. And so for all of you local guys, you're welcome to come. When I do the show, here, look. 2 sofas sitting right there. You can hang out here next to me, and they got a nice selection of pedals and guitars and all kinds of stuff. It's all really high-end stuff. And it works. And we'll have 65s here that you can play. There's, of course, Friedman amps here, a couple Cameron amps. You can see the incredible pedal boards and rack systems that Dave builds. They're very impressive. Very, very. Sofa King for a day. That's right. We're Sofa King cool over here. But yeah, I've got this other light. Let me throw it on really quick and see if it makes any difference. I need to mount it up high, but I'll put it here low for right now and see if it does anything. I got this hot light with a mangled up box on it right now. There we go. Let me straighten this out. La la la. This is a really cool place, and like I said, I'm here in North Hollywood, and you guys can come over. Let's see. So this is going to be over my head. Yeah, that's too bright, isn't it? Let me get it off camera. This one's going to be over my head over here. Up high, though, up super high. And it'll help, but you can see it lights up everything very nice.
Well, actually, I was charging some labor.
But yeah, it's too bright to be this close. Put it right there. Boy, what a hot spot, huh? Yeah, I got to get up on the ladder and mount that, which we might be able to do here today. I just had some trouble getting everything else working, so I didn't get around to it. When am I going to start to make my own tubes? As soon as I can get financing. That is the issue. Which honestly, I'm not actively pursuing it right now because I got so much going on with 65 that I need to focus on that right now. But it is still, I was just talking about it with Dave this morning, actually. So we're going to try to do it. It's just going to be a while. It's a big, expensive project that will require my full dedication and attention for at least 3 years. Hey, Haas. What's happening? Haseo. Is that how you say that? Haseo? Or Hasi Joe? Hasi Joe. Is it English or Spanish? Noel, you could come over for lunch. You're in Santa Monica. Play guitar. Play 65s. Play pedals. Meet Dave Friedman. Dave's really cool, actually. If you never met Dave, he's really nice. He's very cool. You'll hear sounds emanating back there once in a while. Speaking of which, I need to ask him if I can close the door. Hold on one second. Woohoo! Hans Johansson from Sweden. Ah. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us all the way from Sweden. Oh! Not a very comfortable setup here yet. We'll have to figure that out. I think eventually I'm going to have a desk and we'll have a proper, talk show setup. This is just to get going right now. And we're rolling in.
Hey, man.
Hey, how you doing?
Dropping off a couple of heads.
Oh, yeah, Dave's in the back. Yeah. There'll be a little bit of that. A little bit of Tone Merchants. Dave's business is here. We haven't sorted out all the details, so it'll be awkward for a couple weeks. In a good way, though. It's fun. And he left the front door open, so you get to hear traffic noise. Let's see. Oh, we got a lot of nice people on here. All right, we got a good crowd. Surely a Chesterfield sofa is a must in Burgundy. Yeah. Hey, take care, buddy. Did you check out the Trapeze album? No, I haven't yet. I'm sorry, Hoss. I'm down. Yeah, when are you going to come over, Noel? It'll be Wednesdays at noon. I know it's a little bit of a haul from Santa Monica, but if your appointments are... I need a house band. I think it's me. I'm on a budget. That's a good idea, though. It's a very good idea. Get my hair out of my face. Anyway, so you get the deal. It looks a lot better than my living room, right? Or my front room. And we'll start recording here in a few minutes. And just do a little tech talk. I want to talk about the pedals, which are actually getting made right now. Early 70s funk rock. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. How many of you guys are local? I know Dr. Noel is. How many of you guys are here in LA? It's kind of weird in LA because it is actually lunchtime here, so I get a small audience in LA. Yeah, Kirk, I got to get it up and running first and be making product before I can sell stock in it. But it's a good idea. It's a big startup. It's about $10 million. So if you know anyone who's usuriously rich and is a tube fanatic, because when you go to normal investors and you try to explain vacuum tubes to them, they don't get it. They don't get it at all. There's no way for me to sit up straight here, so I'm a sloucher. Sorry. Yeah, they don't understand. They don't know. There's my mic shadow. Let me see where I can move this. Maybe I can put it right here. We can do that. Hey, there's Frank.
You on?
I'm on, but I don't have high def.
That's all right.
My license didn't carry over. How are you, man?
Like to this IP or something? Or?
No, it's really weird. I just installed my serial number on the new install of the software. There's Frank. And it said unable to validate license. So I called Ustream. They said, no, it should work fine.
Right.
But we sub out our licensing to this company, like a bureau that does
Right.
it. And I called them, went through 18 levels of voicemail, nothing. Sent them an email. I got an automated reply last
Good.
week
That's nice.
that said, this is an automated reply, do not respond.
Yeah.
Someone will be contacting you shortly.
Nice.
And there's been nothing.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, you know, that
One
stuff's
mic?
all in the front. Yeah, right now.
That's fine.
All that stuff is in the front of my car if you want to. I've got the key if you want to get it. No. Hey, Howard, what's up, man? There's got to be some Bon Jovi or Richard Gere money. I don't know Richard Gere. Do you know Richard Gere? This would be more like Mark Cuban money, I think. What's up, Howard? Custom, you know, I'd have to add another tube and a lot more circuitry to make that happen. And honestly, you're the first person that's asked for it. I'd recommend just getting a good tremolo pedal. There's some great ones out there. You just get the Strymon stuff and you're done. Get those Strymon multi-effects units and you're finished. There it is. Is that everything you need?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I may not do it like in real time right now, but at least we can
Oh no,
show-
you can just take it with you.
Yeah, and we can show the board, you know, the new boards
Yeah.
in the housing.
Well, the new ones are colored though. We've got a red, you know, appropriate color.
Sounds more reddish.
He was always around Voltage Guitars on Sunset buying boatloads of nice guitar. Richard Gere, really?
Yeah, he's a musician.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he played his own piano in like Pretty Woman or one of those films.
How about that?
Yeah, there's one film, I don't know what it is, but it might be Pretty Woman. There's a film where he sits down at the piano and it's really him.
Wow. You know, I figured out what was going on with the Apogee too.
Okay.
There is some giant menu hidden setting to sum everything
Okay.
to the left channel
Okay.
in mono. So I will bring another mic next time. But this seems to be working. I've got many more lights to set up, but
You mean you want to today?
no, just over time. So the goal is like within 3 or 4 weeks to get this really nice.
Or they'll just go for it today like it is now?
What would you charge me to make a producer version of the Stone Pony since it's not a stock item? That'd be pretty expensive because that's some major surgery. You want 4 7591s or 2? Richard Gere owns Albert King's Flying V? How did I miss all this? I've never even heard that Richard Gere did anything. John McEnroe. I knew John McEnroe plays guitar. I didn't know he was any good. But
Yeah.
so I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, McEnroe has a very unique style,
Oh yeah.
as in the kind that shouldn't be in a band.
Is he too hot-headed?
No, he's good. He can play.
Got it.
You're throwing a big shadow on me.
Who's
here,
his?
bro.
Yeah.
No, you are.
That's the truth.
Move.
Oh, you mean literally?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were just talking
you're in
about
my. You're in my life.
I thought you were speaking figuratively about
Yeah.
my, you know,
Oh yeah.
just my presence was casting a big shadow.
No video today. You're not seeing video, Howard.
Oh boy.
I think everybody else is. That might just be you. Yeah, we'll have to figure this out. Yeah. But if you're not seeing video, I think something's up.
I'm sorry, I got a call. I'll call you after later, okay?
Kirk, I'd have to check and see. Honestly, it'd be a hard thing for me to fit into my schedule. It's Howard, you might want to restart your browser or something and see if you can get back in. Everybody else sees me, right?
Yeah.
I
Boy,
hope.
Howard, it's gonna be a shame when you don't see this.
Yeah, if you could see
too
the face
bad.
Frank was making. See now, Frank, you're in the
It's too bad we're not recording.
you're in the sunlight. See how much different you look
Yeah.
because you're not getting the Hollywood lighting.
That's my own radiant glow.
You're blue?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I radiate from the inside out.
It must be a Chicago thing.
Does he say he did? Howard, did you see it then all of a sudden? Did it start working?
No white balance. That's right. I have red balance right now because the room is astonishingly red.
Yes, it is. It's an awesome vibe, but...
yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Not good for camera work, but when you get your own lighting in here, you know, it'll be good. Why don't we set this light up somewhere?
It's too. That one's got to go up there. I need to get on that ladder.
Yeah. What if it's just all the way by the wall?
I got plenty of front light. What I need is overhead.
Yeah.
You need.
Doesn't that show your bald spot?
I have a bald spot on my back. Yeah, that's about it.
There's no bald spot.
No, but this is classic like movie 3-point lighting.
Yeah.
You got one from the front, one from the side, and one kind of behind you going down.
Right.
And it gives it depth, and it makes the colors look right. And is the radiation to do with your adamantium subskeleton, Frank? I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. It's probably racist, but I take offense to it, even though I don't know what it means. It may be the biggest compliment you could pay a person.
That's alienist.
And I still, yeah.
Are you against sci-fi aliens?
I still take offense to it.
You have a problem with sci-fi robots and stuff? Something we should talk about? Maybe? Huh? Anyway, so we're going to start recording here shortly. I just kind of want to confirm a lot of the things we talked about last week, sort of like which amps you want to see next year. I see a key light on Dan. You want a fill and a backlight. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. There's 3 more lights that I need to have up. And I've got a couple little LED banks that I can put here right next to me that are really low. And we'll fill in the shadows, like all of this stuff. And, and of course behind me, but that overhead light's going to get the floor and that amp and the gear behind me. It's the front door. What a portal. Like Wolverine Man. Yes.
Is that what that is? I just read adamantium, and I'm thinking Adam Ant, like the Goody Two Shoes song guy.
Adamantium?
Yeah. Did he invent something? Anyway.
I don't know.
If Wolverine Man has some kind of a metallic sub-skeleton, then no, I don't have that. I'm being paged.
You're being summoned by Dave.
Yes.
All right, let's start recording. All right, here we go. Let me sit up straight and look respectable, as hard as that is. Hey, everybody. It's September 25th, 2014. My name is Dan Boul. I'm president of 65 Amps. I just got a message from Jared Scharf on Saturday Night Live. Right, popped on the screen right when I started. Sorry. Coming at you from Tone Merchants in North Hollywood, the inaugural show from Tone Merchants. And I don't have the high def thing going yet, which is the reason I came over here. So there's some problem with the license on my Ustream producer. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but they're not being very responsive. I've been trying for a week to get it fixed. I can do high def, but you'll see this big Ustream watermark on the screen if you want. Yeah, hey, Bill Strange. Yeah, I am at Tone Merchants in North Hollywood, right across the street from Mates. We're on Cleon, in between Burbank and Chandler. And so from now on, doing the show here, you guys are welcome to come by. And sit on the show, I'm going to give you a little quick look at Tone Merchants. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. And there's 2 big sofas right here. And we can play guitar. They've got really high-end crazy pedals here. We have a loud room over here that we will hook into the show over the next couple weeks. And Focus Man. Yeah, I don't know why I'm stumbling. You know, I'm getting over a cold. The reason we're doing it on Thursday is I was sick yesterday. So and I'm a little not compos mentis, so if I'm a little spacey, you'll forgive me today. But anyway, this is it. Let me give you a quick look around the shop. I'm sitting by the front door, which is right there. It's a gorgeous place. You can see the decorated, very nice. That's the loud room. That's the ladder left over from me hanging lights. Down that hallway is Dave's shop in the back. Dave Friedman Rack Systems is back there. Man cave sofas, big screen TV, lots of really artistic lighting that I have turned off right now because it messes with the show. Lots of great guitars, mainly from custom builders here in the area. Very nice stuff. And there's Frank coming in the front door, see? With a Falbo guitar. So right now I'm sitting behind the counter, which is kind of fun because people walk in and go, "Hey man, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm good."
Yeah,
Oh yeah, here we go.
May I take your order?
That's right. You want large fries with that? Look at this. A color bender without the screening on it. I'm kind of annoyed by that, but they're in production. They're being built. This one's almost finished. As you can tell, let me get good lighting on it. You can see they have matching boards. But pretty clean, pretty nice, huh? This is a production model. Hoss Thompson says with a northern English accent, kind of looks like a classy old house, no? Yeah. It's a man cave, as Dr. Knoll pointed out. It's a hardcore man cave. It's nice, man. But you guys are welcome to come by, anybody in LA, or if you're in LA visiting or whatever. And then here's the color face in the same, you can see it also has a matching board. So, pretty fun, huh? Production models, production models. Looks very clean. It's lovely. Prostitute residence. Has it censored this? No, you can say prostitute residence. It just censors the base level cuss words. You could do it in Cockney rhyme slang for you English guys. You know. A little bit of the Donald Duck. Anyway, so welcome to Tone Merchants. I think this is very fun. This is the first one. It's in low def. Next week, it will be in high def. And trust me, this shot that you're looking at in high def looks really, really good. It's going to be a different thing. In standard definition right now, it's just kind of okay. It looks webcam-y. But the camera that I have is actually a really good camera, and it does high def, fantastic. And so I've got more lights, but I don't have them on right now because it's too much for standard definition. But it's going to look very, very nice. So anyway, yeah, man, what do you think? Color bender looks pretty good, huh? Looks pretty clean. Just going to finish it up today. And this is the build sample. And we have screened housings at the shop, but they're just not here. That's what the girls are building right now. So it's just real darn pretty, I think. And get some good light on it. Let me see. Get it to focus on there. Focus. Well, you get the idea, right? You can see our Sozo caps and the carbon, Allen Bradley carbon comp resistors and all that stuff. Makes a big difference. Very fun, no? And I will not be gooping these pedals. Very fun. Let me answer this really quick. Jared Scharf is pinging me. Hang on one second. Just got to make sure. Anyway, Jan Vandal says you need a desk, some pencils, and a table mic. Well, I have a table mic. It's a Neumann. It's a nice mic. Sounds good. Doesn't look like the old school. I can get those old school kind of big tube mic looking things. Is that what you're talking about? So anyway, let's do this really quick. One of the things I wanted to talk about, Haas Thompson says, did I tell you I used an Allen Bradley carbon comp on the treble bleed circuit on my Les Paul? They work well. Yes, they give you the sweetest treble. Bill Strange, so this is the place you'll be recording from now on. Yeah, for the foreseeable future. I hope it lasts a while. You know, these things always change because life changes. But I'd like to be here for a long time. It's very close to my house, too. So not as close as my front room, but it certainly looks better. And we can have guests here, and we can play. And I can set up 2 cameras, and we can have multiple mics. So when I have a guest sitting here with me, you know, we can have a little more interesting conversation, even though there's just junk there right now. Doc Severson. Yeah. Anyway, so one of the things I did want to do is, you know, last week I put up a poll asking what people would like to see for next year. There was 100-watt whiskey, 18 to 20-watt whiskey with EL84s, or a 6L6 version of the Ventura. And by an overwhelming margin, it was the low-powered whiskey that everybody was interested in. I think it was 60-odd% of the vote. And another 20-something% was a 6L6 Ventura. And then a very, very small percentage was the 100-watt whiskey, which is very interesting because most of the verbal requests that I've had have been for the 100-watter. And that's kind of the direction I was pointed. Neither of these amps are going to take too long to make. But so I was kind of surprised by that. And with my new setup here, I'm not sure I can do a poll again because I'm in the other, let's see. It doesn't give me the... It doesn't give me the option to do a poll with this new thing. It's really annoying. They changed the software. Let me see here really quick. Let me see. See if I can do it from here. I'm not sure that I can. Let me look and see. Hold on. No? Somebody's making some noise back there. Can you close that door?
It is.
It is closed.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, Dave apologizes, but says
It's fine.
there will be loud sounds.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, it's
Not a big deal. Dave has a lot of high-profile guys that come in here. Is that a high-profile person?
Yes.
All right. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a high-profile person back there in Dave's shop making loud noises.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's very cool. Ventura with a Tupelo-style tremolo, even if you build one and send it to the UK and it mysteriously goes missing. Well, I mean, everything's possible. The concept, I think, is kind of hard for people to understand when they're not in this business is whipping out a one-off amp. People go, oh, just make one with a tremolo. The problem is I got to add another tube and I got to redo the whole board layout because everything's maximized already. I just can't throw on some extra circuitry to it, have it sticking up in the air. There are guys that will do that, but that's a product I need a warranty forever. And most of the space on my stuff is already maximized, so I can't really just throw on stuff. And if I do, it takes me away from production. So there's the cost of the amp, of doing the prototype. So, you know, a couple days of time to make the circuit work right and test it and put it under a strain and stress and load. I mean, we can wire up a tremolo in a half hour, but you got to play it and burn it and use it in different situations and have other people play it and make sure it works right, because you'll be astonished at what shows up over time. But anyway, then I've spent a week away from production, which cost me thousands of dollars. So it's kind of hard just to, hey, could you just make one of these for me? It's very tough. But anyway, I think you get the idea. That guitar playing sounds good.
Yeah,
I
he's
like
good. No, he's good.
Who is it?
Felix.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so same thing with the guitars, you know. Anytime you have to...
Yeah, could you just make me a 12-string?
Yeah, I can. Well, actually, 12 is a model now.
Right, but I'll just whip one out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Very fun. But, Haas, honestly, if you need any time-based effects, get that Strymon timeline.
Are you recording right now?
Yeah, we're recording.
All right.
3 bob, a pint, and some fish and chips with a cup of tea. It has to be builder's tea, Haas. Can you make me builder's tea? That's what I used to drink when I was in London, because that's as close as you can get to coffee. Do you know what builder's tea is?
No clue.
Well, builders are what they call construction workers.
Right.
And builder's tea,
Makes sense.
2 bags, steeped until it's motor oil, with a lot of milk and sugar in it.
All right. Like that.
Yeah. And it's about like having a cup of good, strong coffee.
Right.
And construction workers, builders. So I had builder's tea every morning, because where I drove my truck, that's what they made. And I'm like, you want a cup of tea, mate? And I'm like, sure. Woo, that's some tea right there, buddy. Good, proper English black tea, which will set you free. It's really good. It's better than coffee. But they're regular. You're in my light, man.
Again?
Yeah.
Your
I showed
whole
him
face
this.
Or just your shoulder?
You're kind of like all over me here for a
Really?
minute. Yeah.
All right.
But, yeah, I was showing them these. They were digging them. Color bender. Again. Color bender. Yeah, I make tea that the spoon stands alone and perfect. That's what I like. I mean, I like having a good cup of regular tea in the morning or the afternoon, but in the morning I need builder's tea. So anyway, so I kind of just want to confirm I can't do the poll again. It's not here. They changed the chat software again. I even went to the desktop version and the web version. It's not there. It's really frustrating. Let me see if it's here somewhere. It's just not there. La la la. Yeah, it's not here. This is really frustrating. You think this is some kind of software they'd have? Ustreamer, somebody says, is that Phil X playing back there? Could be. He plays that A to D thing all the time. Americans don't really get tea. Sling it into the sea, I ask you. Yeah, there is the whole Boston Tea Party thing.
Yeah. You can keep it.
Well, but you know, you guys have minimized the role of the monarchy in your world too, so I think we're on the same page there. We just, anyway. Which EL34 would you recommend in a 112 combo? What kind of amp is it, Hans? It depends on the amp. And there's really not very many good EL34s made anymore. There's a special tube run that Ruby sells. I forget the number on it. There's an STR run that's really good. Some people really like the JJs. The E34L also that JJ makes is pretty good. It's a little darker. Some people use the Electro Harmonics. I'm not really wild about all of those, but Marshall type. If you got the money, I'd buy NOS, but there's really only a couple of manufacturers I think that are worth looking at, Electro Harmonics and JJ. And then go to Ruby Tubes. They do a STR, special tube run, of an EL34, and that's the one we use in the producer. I can't remember the number right now, but there's not many there. There's like one or two. Those are good. Those are good. But the Svetlanas, the proper Svetlanas that people were paying a lot of money for, Svetlana's out of business now. Another good tube that's gone.
Bites the dust.
Right. Remember a few years ago, EI went out of business. And EI was using all the old Telefunken machinery. And it's gone. Yeah, the Wing Cs. Those are the real Svetlanas, not the American ones that are made in Russia. Not the Electro Harmonics ones. So, do you know what the B plus is on that amp, Hans? That makes a difference. If you know the B plus voltage, there's a couple of tubes that just won't work in there if it's too high. So anyway, I don't have the poll. Well, it kind of out wrong, didn't it? I don't have the option to post a poll here for you guys. So is that still like just apply with a yes or a plus or a 1 or whatever reply? But so the little whiskey is what you guys are the most interested in, because man, that'd be fun. I love EL84s. And I know 2 or 3 of the standard mods that everybody uses. And then we voice it with our 65 sort of formula. We can make a killer little high gain EL84 amp. I'd recognize his playing anywhere. Tell him he has a Drills fan in the house. I'll tell him when he comes out.
All right.
I love that Frank looks like he's just chilling in coffee hour in the background.
What am I supposed to do?
Like a lunch with Dan Boul photo bomb. He's just at the counter.
What do you want?
Looking at pedals.
Hey, is that what if that was the only thing I did was pretty up this joint? Is that so big of a problem?
It would be much different without you here.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of the decor.
Absolutely.
Plus, I got work to do. You know what I mean?
He's working on pedals.
Yeah, I got stuff going on.
We're producing. Get it?
Yeah.
Get it?
Get it.
I'm really bummed out the screening's not done, but
That's all right.
that's right. Today's Rosh Hashanah, so the place is closed.
That is correct. Yes.
As I've already said on the pre-show, Rosh Hashanah Shalom, Shalom for all of our Hebrew brothers. Probably not supposed to be watching this show anyway on Rosh Hashanah, but
You think so? I don't know.
it's technology, man.
Oh, okay.
Rosh
So it's
Hashanah's
not-
a down day, I think.
Yeah.
Or today and tomorrow.
Doesn't mean you can't say it, because guess what? They'll watch the replay.
There you go.
It lives on in perpetuity. So
Rosh Hashanah
belated
Shalom.
or early, depending on when you're watching this.
That's right. Rosh Hashanah Shalom. I hope you have a great holiday. And pretty up the joint. That's class. The B plus is
I'm a
470.
classy broad.
The B plus is 470 on your amp, Hans. Yeah, that's pretty high for modern tubes. It's not crazy high, but it's getting up there. I'd still try the JJE 34L. That's the one with the blue tinted glass. I know that's what Rick St. Pierre over at Wizard uses sometimes, and he likes them a lot. And those are some of the finer EL34 amps ever made. So that's a good place to start. So no response, huh? You guys, little whiskey, little whiskey, a little whiskey? Yes, no?
I think it means they support anything you do.
They support anything that I do.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to make a Fender Deluxe clone and tell you that it's a new amp.
Right. New design.
Oh, wait a minute. That's been done a lot. I'm going to clone a Fender Deluxe and tell you for some reason it's better than a Fender Deluxe.
Yeah. I'm going to take that higher output
Ventura?
nice clean.
Well, it's easy to do both of those because that's really just a transformer swap.
Streamer 63531 says 606 Ventura.
I know. He's from the Maryland 635s, 31s. I knew his.
Never gets old.
I knew his dad 30. Yeah. EL84 whiskey. Okay, well that's an easy thing to do because we have so many EL84 amps now, and I've kind of been looking for an excuse to do a high gain version of one. So what do you think I should call the little whiskey? The shot?
Maybe.
The shot glass? The half pint?
Is there a club? Is there a club near the whiskey? Like.
Oh, another club? Yeah, I could call it the Central.
Like a small, what's the small?
Well, the Viper Room is across the street.
Yeah.
But I can't. I'm sure I'd get hammered for that. But it used to be called the Central.
Okay.
And I played there.
Yeah.
The half pint. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, maybe the Central. I like that. The Central was about as big as this room.
Really?
This is almost exactly the size of the Central.
Yeah.
And I used to play in there with a 100-watt Marshall.
Well, of course. Why would you not?
And the flask, the dram. Yeah, that'd do well in Britain, wouldn't it? Gazaris, the tumbler. Yeah. I like the flask. I'll have a flask, please. The rainbow. Yeah, the rainbow pizza. How about that? Anyone who's ever been to the Rainbow, it smells like pizza, Aquanet hairspray, and cocaine. At least it did in the 80s.
In that order?
Yeah, kind of in that order. There was the pink Aquanet. That was what would keep your hair like this big. Which was like spray epoxy.
Yes.
If your boat sprung a leak, you could take the pink Aquanet and go zzz, and it would quit leaking. Right. Little barrel. The shot. You think the shot's pretty good? The El-Ray. The El-Ray is good.
That's a thing already, isn't it?
It's a theater in Hollywood,
No, there's somebody who has a pickup named that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The little barrel. Yeah. The mini keg. I don't know. The ounce. That's too. The shooter. Yeah. Shot girl. I don't know. We'll come up with a name that's appropriate. But that's kind of fun. Getting into the high gain world, you pegged it, 80s Rainbow. Yeah, Rainbow Pizza, the single malt. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that might work. Over here, Scotch doesn't have the eminence that it does in Britain. So a lot of guys don't know what that is. The 21-year-old single malt, the pay to play. Ooh, I like that, Dr. Knoll. That's pretty good. The pay to play. The strip. Yeah.
Something like that.
Something in that vein. Well, you guys always come up with great ideas. So it's fun. It's fun to bounce them off with you. But I'm a bourbon guy. Yeah, me too. I like good Scotch, don't get me wrong, but I do have several bottles of, single batch bourbon at my house. Just so you know, Jack Daniel's is not bourbon. That's Tennessee whiskey, and it's an insult to bourbon. It's like drinking gasoline compared to proper bourbon. Although it does mix well with Coca-Cola. But there is a huge difference. Huge difference. Of everything. How are you looking for Dave?
No, I don't know if you have available an XFX 2 right now.
Yeah, go in the back and ask Dave. Yeah, they've got a lot of them. So we're live here in a music store, so there'll be a little bit of that, which is kind of fun, actually.
Yeah,
Hey, smile, you're on camera.
Yeah.
But single, taken from single batch, not blended. Malt, made from malted barley. Yes, I understand. Well, that's the way Scotch and bourbon is. It's very difficult to get it correct. So when they do get it correct, they sell it as a single batch or a single malt. If it kind of over ferments or under ferments, then they have to blend it with others to get the taste right. There you have a blended Scotch or a Tennessee whiskey.
Who knew?
And Jack Daniels is also a blend. Jim Beam and Jack Daniels and stuff like that, it's not really bourbon. My girlfriend gave me a bottle of kosher whiskey last night. Who knew? Wow, l'chaim. That's fantastic. I didn't know there was such a thing as kosher whiskey. I would assume it's kosher just because the process is very clean. But hey, you never know. You never know. So anyway, what I was saying earlier, how many of you guys are local besides Dr. Knoll? Maybe not that many. Dave Friedman in the back. Just go through that door.
Okay.
Yeah, go through the door there in the back. Just knock on the door. It's fine. He's just making a lot of noise back there, has the door closed. That's fine. Well, Dr. Knoll, I think you should bring that to next week's episode of Lunch with Dan Boul. And we should verify that it is indeed kosher. I want to see the glot symbol or the, what is the other? The high gain hangover. Every rocker has one of those, usually on Sunday morning. Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll figure something out. You know, I can just call it the little whiskey. And, or the bourbon. I don't know. Oh, no. Is that door open now? No, that's with the door closed. Wow, they're blasting back there.
It's probably not that loud in the mic, I bet.
No, can you guys hear that well?
Yeah.
Getting a little signal, not much. I just don't feel that at all, but it's great to listen to.
He's great. He is great.
65 amps Hair of the Dog has a good ring to it. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Hair of the dog, you know, like when you're hungover.
I do not.
You need the hair of the dog that bit you
I do not.
to make you
Sorry.
feel better. Like, so if you get bit by a dog, you got to take a little bit out of his butt too to feel
Okay.
good, to feel balanced and
Does that
correct.
mean that, like, if it's a certain hard liquor hangover, you're supposed to have a swig of that in the morning to help it?
Yeah, well, the problem is you're having a hangover is you're having a little bit of DTs from having too much alcohol in your blood. And so you're functioning with a little bit of alcohol and it doesn't feel right. Your body's adjusted to the alcohol.
Okay.
So if you have a Bloody Mary or something, it gets you.
It helps a little
It
bit.
actually makes you feel better.
Right.
You don't feel drunk at all.
Right, right. It just it sets the
It gets your body
Sets the
back in
idle,
balance,
right.
and then while you're up and running and
Then
moving,
you'll work through it.
well, your system will
Yeah.
clean it out slowly.
Right,
Your liver and
right.
kidneys are at full speed. When you're
Right.
asleep, they're barely on.
Okay.
So there's just this alcohol sitting in your system,
Yeah.
not getting processed. And then when you wake up, it's like, oh, you know. So in the hair of the dog implies that you'll get over your bad tone problem. Well, okay. Shouldn't it just be neat? The 65 neat. Hey, that's neat. I get what you mean, but I'm not sure. Hair of the dog is a colloquial expression in the English language predominantly used to refer to alcohol that is consumed with the aim of lessening the effects of a hangover. Yes.
There you go.
So champagne is the breakfast of winners. Yes, that's right, Haas. Or in your part of the world, a lager and lime first thing in the morning, right? That's what I had a couple times. You feel as bad as your dog smells. Beer over Cheerios. Hair of the Dog, cool name. Whoa, that's interesting. You guys are digging Hair of the Dog. HOD. We'll just call it the HOD. hair of the dog. Beer over Cheerios. I don't know. That's getting pretty good. Well, we're going to cut it short today. I just want you guys to look at the new shop. Got to hear Phil X play a little guitar,
Yeah.
which is very cool. And we don't do cocktails, mate. What do you mean you don't do cocktails? In England? Are you kidding? What's it?
He just means him and his.
Oh, you just mean you and your posse?
Yeah.
I was going to say, man, if you spent a week in England without watching 83 people drink a G&T, I don't know where you've been.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume he's playing through one of the amps Dave made for him. Back there.
Yep. Or modded or something.
Yeah. But sure sounds good.
Yeah.
Sure sounds good. Definitely. Last chance I'll be able to join the live show for a while because next week it's back to work full time. Oh, bummer.
Well, is that good?
Lager and Lime?
Right? Was he wanting to go
Yeah.
full time?
Do you not want to go back to work?
Right.
Lager and Lime, isn't that like the girls' beer, the half pint with lager and lime juice in it? The girls' beer. I knew guys that used to drink that in the morning to get over a hangover. I maybe have done it myself when I lived in London. A little lager and lime in the morning with some sausage and beans. Yeah, English breakfast is weird, man. I know you guys are really proud of your breakfast, but fried toast and tomato with beans, it's like fart breakfast. I mean, it's like, it was pretty weird. Yeah, one fried egg,
Yeah.
literally fried toast. They fry it in a pan with oil.
Now, meaning that it was toast first, or you fried bread?
No, it's just bread, but
Okay.
it becomes toast because you're frying
Correct,
it.
correct. I just didn't know. If
And
it
it's
was,
very oily.
Yeah.
And then sliced tomato, it's
Yeah.
a little heated up, and like beans, like Franken beans, brown beans, and a sausage.
Wow.
You know, like a really bit of like a finely ground up sausage, almost like hot dog kind of consistency, like a
Yeah.
banger. If you've ever had bangers and mash. You've been on medical leave. Well, I hope you're better, man.
Have to go back.
I have to go back to pay for my gear addiction.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Well,
Yeah.
God bless you. And Kirk, I don't mean to put you off about making those one-off amps. It's just hard for me to pull off, you know. You have 565s now. I better go back to work. Oh, dude, thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, I know you got another one on the way, right? Your producer is in Texas. We just sent it there. The jigger. Well, anyway, it's almost 1 o'clock, and I just want to do a limited show today. You can check out the new place. Hopefully it looks a little better. Next week it will be in high def, which you're going to be astonished at how much better this looks.
I will shower for sure.
Yeah, now we have to shave.
No.
Yeah, because in high def you can see the whiskers.
Yeah.
And you got a glimpse one more time at
Right.
the production version of the color Bender. This is the color, get it? And then production version of the color Face. Nice matching boards, no goop.
Right.
There's no goop, no secrets. If you have any questions,
Just look.
I'll answer them all. And frankly and pragmatically
Yep.
and truthfully, I'll answer all the questions. Could always call the little whiskey the Brown Derby. I don't mind that either. Old LA hotspots.
Is it?
Musso and Frank's, the Brown Derby. The Tropicana.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's not a bad idea there, Haas. New place looks great. What about EL84s for the Ventura? You can buy that already. It's called a Soho.
All right.
That's what the Soho is, pretty much. That's why we wanted to just do a 6v6 version of it. I couldn't make it any better than the Soho. That's what it would end up being. EF86, all the Soho's into a 12AX7. But it's very similar, only the transformers are very different, and I can't use those transformers for EL84s. A lot of people say, oh, the impedance is the same, so you can just mixy-matchy. The impedance is the same, But they sound very different because they're different kinds of wines. Go ahead.
No, look at your face.
Or are you putting a...
This has been showing up here.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a white... he looks like I have a huge white zit on my chin.
His glasses were sitting on the counter and the light was...
The potato. The baked potato. Ooh, that's not bad either. I like that. Little tiny clubs. The baked potato. Ooh, that might be good. So please summarize the tonal differences between a Soho and a Producer 84. Well, they're very, very different circuits. The Soho is very voxy, intentionally voxy, sort of like a boosted up Vox, and but not AC30. It's AC15, and also a little Marshally on with the bump on. Producer 84 is right down the AC30 channel, and the AC30 and the AC15 are two very, very different amps. People like to think they're the same because they both start with the letters AC. But
NVOX before that.
What's that?
NVOX before that even.
Right. Vox was unusual. Like all Fender amps kind of sound the same,
Right.
kind of loosely.
Right.
All Marshall amps kind of sound pretty similar, like really similar. Voxes weren't like that. You know, an AC15 is very different than an AC30. It's very different than an AC50 and massively different than an AC100. Fletcher 58, it does the top boost AC30 and the non-top boost AC30, the Producer 84. So if you're on the cleaner side, that's more like the non-top boost AC30. If you're on the dirty side, that's like a top boost AC30. But then when you go to the highest gain, it's like a hot rodded AC30, like one that's been modded. So you can go from Fawn on the clean side at the lowest gain to cherry panel to top boost to modded hot rodded AC30. Be awesome. So I removed all my overdrives from my board after I got the little Elvis. Right on.
Yeah, it's probably really quiet. I mean, if my voice this far from the mic is louder than that guitar,
Yeah.
they're hearing it, but not that loud.
Man, that's loud in here,
Yeah.
dude. It's good,
Yeah,
too.
they're
It's
killing it.
really good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so it's 1 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and sign off, get some lunch, and finish up these pedals so you guys can buy them here in a couple weeks. Any last minute questions before we sign off? I'm kind of last call here right now. You don't have to stay here. I mean, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Well, you can rewatch previous weeks.
That's right. Watch me run with scissors. I know there's like a 10 or 15 second delay here, so we'll just listen to Phil play for a minute. Kirk Spencer says, thanks for making such great... Thank you, Kirk. You're quite the gentleman. I appreciate it. Sincerely. Okay, well, I think that's fair enough. We're going to go ahead and sign off for the week. I will see you Wednesday next week, not Thursday like this week. Thanks for tuning in to the Oddball Show. I was sick and had to stay home, take care of a sick daughter as well. So I will see you next week in high definition. Maybe I'll wear nice clothes. Who knows? But you guys take care and get a hold of me on Facebook if you need me. All right. Oh, how much is the color face going to cost in pounds? I don't know. The color face is going to be $275. So by the time it gets shipped over there and with your VAT, it's probably going to be about the same.
Should have thought of that before you started making your Tea Party comments, right?
That's right. They should have thought of that before they subjugated their colonists.
Right. Yeah, VAT, you know.
Man, I'll tell you what, though. For a couple of tickets to the Ryder Cup, I will bring you a free set of pedals.
That's a sweet deal.
I'm telling you, I wish I was at the Ryder Cup this week.
That is
Up in Bonnie, Scotland. Yeah. All right, fellas. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.